Hello.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hey, I think we are on stage and live. Yeah, Lula, I see so many friends in the chat. Dr. Gusto, Shelley, Lula, Amanda is here. Uh,
Welcome, everyone.
welcome, welcome.
Luna!
I think we're gonna spend 15 minutes just saying hi to people, which I think is a great use of our time. I believe. Oh, Flavia is there as well. So wonderful to see you. And should we do? Oh, Michelle is here. Hi, Michelle. You probably accidentally entered the stage. I don't know if. Oh, I know you left. You know us. I guess this is something that also allows you to tell you how this session will work. So, if I understand correctly, Caitlin, Karishma, and I are going to introduce ourselves briefly for people who don't know us, and then we can talk a little bit about how we are, why we are friends with Scratch, or how, like, nature of our friendship. And in the chat, you can ask us questions, and we can try to answer these questions about friendship with Scratch, I guess. And if someone wants to come up on stage, meaning that they can be on video with us, I think we can invite, or there is a way to request that. So otherwise, we can just use the chat. Does it sound good? At least to you, my friends, Kathleen and Karishma?
Yeah, and
Sounds
please
great.
definitely say hi in the chat. We want to see who's here. Yeah. Hi, Eric.
Sounds great. So while you think of things you want to ask us or just tell us, say to us, maybe let's do a super quick round of introductions, explaining like who we are, what do we do, and what is our connection with Scratch. Caitlin, would you like to start?
Sure. So I'm Caitlin. I am a staff member at the Lifelong Kindergarten. I work on the Octo Studio project, which there was a session about earlier today that I thought was really fun. Octo Studio is an app where you can make games and animations. It's very similar to Scratch in the sense that it's a block programming thing. It was Scratch also came out of the Lifelong Kindergarten. I used to work on the Scratch team, and I worked on block programming languages before. And yeah, I love doing anything outside, which is one of the reasons I enjoy Ogda Studios because I can take it with me. And I will pass to Karishma.
Hello, everyone. I am Karishma. I'm a graduate student in the Lifelong Kindergarten group, but also used to work on Scratch before that. And have done other things related to blocks programming. Very excited to be here with all of you. Something that I like to do outside of like Lifelong Kindergarten is play music. So I'm currently learning how to play the piano for the first time, and it's a lot of fun. And I will pass it to Carmela.
Yeah, thanks, Karishma and Caitlin. So I'm Carmelo. I'm from Italy, but I spent the last 10 years of my life here at MIT Media Lab, working in the Lifelong Kindergarten group that developed Scratch. And it's also interesting. I became friend of Scratch the first time when I saw a 6-year-old kid in Milan using Scratch to create a project, and I was like helping there as a mentor in Coder Dojo. And it was so fun to learn Scratch from a kid that I was like, this is amazing. I want to do more of this. And so, long story short, I ended up doing research here. And I guess one of the things that I'm doing right now, and maybe this is something we can start, uh, you know, uh, talking about. Over the years, I've been doing a lot of things with Scratch, connecting to the physical world, playing with connecting Scratch to lights, to Arduinos, to whatever, like other fun things to do. And most recently, I've been part of Learning Creative Learning, which is an online course community where a lot of people like that are here in this chat already know because they're part of the community and part of the facilitation team. So we're always very happy to find more opportunities to be in touch with teachers, in touch with educators, and to create communities around Scratch and around the ideas behind Scratch, around creative learning, around like this idea of like helping kids express themselves through technology. Yeah. So I don't know if there are some questions already.
There is a question, and
Cool.
it's for you, Carmelo. Is there going to be another round of LCL?
Ooh, okay. I feel it's a little official here to announce it, but unofficially, because we are among friends, I can tell you that unofficially, we are working on, like, we're starting to work on a new version of LCL that hopefully will be launched in the spring. So maybe March, April. And if people are interested, you can go on the website on like I'm gonna type it down, so you can just leave your email, and if you're interested in joining, you can. We will tell you when we start, a little early, a little before we start. You'll know it. Thanks for the question. Any questions for Caitlin and Karishma?
And while questions are coming in, I realize I didn't say a lot about what specifically I'm doing, so I can share a little bit about my research is about identity expression. So I've always been inspired by young people on Scratch sharing aspects of their cultures with other Scratchers, learning about each other's like personality or interests. So I do a lot of work to think about how we can create experiences that encourage young people to tell their own stories, and with different technologies. So I've worked with generative AI and thought about, can you actually make things that are personal with that? Can you tell personal stories with that? But also other creative tools that are out there. So recently I've been using a lot of Canva. I don't know if anyone here uses that to make designs, but lots of different kinds of creative tools. Yeah. I see. Yay, Canva. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. There's so many things you can do with it.
Creative tools. That's always very good. Caitlin, I have a question for you. What are you working right now?
Yeah, well, that's a great question because we just finished up some work. So I've spent most of the last year trying to get Octo Studio working on Chromebooks, which was a fun challenge. Both just interacting with a laptop is different than interacting with a phone. You're using different input devices and the screen sizes are different. They have different sensors. So we spent some time like working on what does it mean to take some of the in Octo Studio, you can like tilt your phone and you can shake your phone and there's hat blocks for those things. And like, what does that mean when you're using a laptop? And so you can see we've added, if you check it out, we've like added some joystick type features and some special buttons and stuff to try and keep that fun sort of tinkerable part when you're using it in a different form factor. And next, I think I'm going to be working on some paint editor type things, which is kind of fun. Yeah, and I see a question that is, what is my favorite building block in Octo Studio? Oh, there's a lot of good ones. There's a fun one in Octo Studio I like called Beam, where you can send messages from one device to another. So you can beam someone like a little shape, and then your friend or can listen for that. And so you can sort of toss a message or toss a ball or whatever it is. So that's a favorite. Tilt is another. I love the Tilt one. It's great for starting off a game. So those are my favorites.
Tilt is my favorite for sure. I feel like it immediately, people are like, oh, I know what to do with this. So I like blocks like that. Lula says she loves like when shake. Yeah. Encourages dancing. Yeah. Yeah. I saw a question like, have I used Canva creations in Scratch? Actually, yeah, I've used it to like make backdrops or sprites in both Scratch and Octo Studio. So there's a lot of fun like mixing of tools and things like that too. Yeah. Carmelo, what are you working on right now?
That's a great question. I finished my PhD 1 month ago, and I've been focusing a lot on facilitation and what it means to be a caring facilitator. And I had great examples from the LCL facilitation team that I've been describing a little bit how people facilitate in LCL with care. And right now, I'm helping with like small things in the group, but most of my work is oriented towards some young people in Gaza, in particular in Palestine, who are struggling, as everybody knows, about the horrible conditions that they are, and they're like under war, and it's very hard, the situation there, and that they need a lot of care. So we are organizing some online educational activities and different types of support for them. It really gives a lot of meaning to our work. And so doing creative learning or learning in any form, of caring in any form, for people who are facing extremely hard conditions. So I'm very, very happy that I get a chance in Lifelong Kindergarten to work on these projects. Yeah.
I see another question in the chat as well. Can we make 3D video games in Scratch or Octo Studio, such as car racing games, other kinds of games that, yeah. Maybe Caitlin, I don't know if you want to take that question since it's about Scratch and Octo Studio.
Sure. So both Scratch and Octo Studio are both 2 dimensions. The stage that you're working on is in 2 dimensions, but you can kind of do some fun things to simulate 3 dimensions. I know Zinnia of Scratch fame, I think has a tutorial on the Octo Studio YouTube channel about how to do that. So she made a car game, like a racing game where it looks like you're driving down a road in 3 dimensions and you're sort of avoiding obstacles and collecting items and stuff like that. So it's definitely possible, but it's not the canvas or the stage that you're working on is actually 2 dimensions. So you have to be a little creative.
So I see the time is almost like this session is so quick and fast. But I want to say something like the 3 of us are at the conference, like online. You can direct message us. So if you have a question about the new editor that Caitlin is working on, or the work Karishma is doing to integrate Canvas in Scratch, or the work we are doing in Gaza, or any other things that are come to mind, just write us a message, like a private message, and we are happy to follow up in the rest of the conference. So very happy to meet you all and to spend this time together at the Scratch conference with you.
It was great to see so many of you in the chat. Yeah, please reach out. Yeah.
All right. Bye, friends.
Bye.